to win this beautiful. Let's check out the bonus series this car is featured in. To kind of, in case you guys, any of you guys are on a fence about, whether it's worthwhile for you to spend a lot of resources, some 780 gold to win this car, right? So you will find the bonus series featuring this car in Road Collection, of course, under Elite section. And if you scroll on and on and on, you will find a bonus series called Aggressive Aerodynamics. So that is the only bonus series this car is featured in. It is featured in another series that is an exclusive series. So we'll take a look at that series in another video. But for this video, we'll talk about this bonus series. So as you can see, the series does feature two other cars, Lamborghini Aventador SVJ and McLaren Senna. Not the GTR version, just the Senna. So all three cars, very, very good cars and very expensive as well. So in this bonus series, Aggressive Aerodynamics, I believe there are 22 tiers. So let's see, 3 modern track weapons clash, the 2019 Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, or SV Jota, 2019 McLaren Senna, and 2018 Brabham BT62. Now, before I go any further, Brabham BT62 is the top dog in this group, since that's the only car that can meet the PR requirement to 100% complete this series, which is 87.5. The other cars like Lamborghini Aventador SVJ taps out at 79, and the McLaren Senna, fully maxed out, taps out at 84. So BT62 does reach the PR requirement for this series, 87.5, and then some. It can go all the way up to 88.5. All right, so let's see, how many tiers? 22 tiers. So that means the first 25% completion is gonna be requiring, basically there are 3 time trials, one per car, and then there are also gonna be 3 showcase tiers, right? With each showcase tier having 2 events, 2 trophy events. So that brings the total number of events to 54 trophy events and 3 time trials, if my math is correct. Which means the first 25% completion will require winning 14 gold trophies, and by that point you most likely would complete 1 time trial. So obviously you want to do that, since you don't need any PR requirement, nor you don't even need to service the car to, as long as you record, you don't basically go off track, right? As long as you record, put a score on the board, you get a completion marked off. So that means, so first 25% completion is worth 9 gold and 9,000 racing dollars, and you will get that in what, tier 6, assuming that you own this car, the first showcase car, which is the Lamborghini SVJ time trial. All right, so that's that. And then 50% completion will be completed in tier 11. By the way, well, we'll talk about that. We'll unlock the series. But just to give you a heads up, so in order to complete the 25% completion, you're going to need PR 66.5. And then for 50% completion, you will reach that in tier 11 by winning 28 gold trophies and, of course, the one-time trial earlier on, right? And that will pay out additional 15 gold and 15,000 racing dollars. And that will require PR 70.9, I believe. And then 75% completion, you can complete that in the tier 17, which is the last showcase event or showcase tier featuring Brabham BT62. Right, so that is basically winning 41 gold trophies and completing 2 time trials. And to make it this far, your PR would be 77.5 if you're just working from left to right straight through, right? Without skipping anything, because with the showcase tiers, you can, if you don't own the car, you can skip those tiers, just so you know. It will unlock upon completing tier 4, all trophies, right? It will unlock tier 7, so you can continue on. But obviously, if you can complete the showcase tiers, then that obviously count towards your completion percentage, which means you can complete more higher percentage at a lower PR. So the PR requirement that I'm giving you is a higher number than perhaps what might be attainable. So anyway, we were at 75% completion, which pays out additional 21 gold and 21,000 racing dollars. And then, of course, 100% completion is pretty straightforward. You need to win everything, right? And complete all 3 time trials. PR 87.5 is required, as I said. And rewards will be 32 additional gold and 32,000 racing dollars. So that is a total of 77 gold rewards and 77,000 racing dollars. All right, so that is sort of the quick summary of this whole series, how far you need to go to win what, right? Now, let's hop into the actual series to check out the different cars featured here. In my garage, all 3 contenders here are fully maxed out. So first one, the 2019 Lambo Aventador. Base PR 62.8, maxes out, as you can see, at 79.1. 3-hour wait time. In fact, all 3 cars have a 3-hour wait time. That's sort of the newer standard. Do you really care to know how much it costs to service? 1,812 racing dollars. Okay, so that's what it costs you. Cost of the car itself, 750 gold. And since there is a showcase, you can get 20% off if you don't own it. And if you want to just buy it, it'll cost you 600 gold in that case. And the car is featured in 3 different bonus series. Super speed factor, raw performance, and this one, aggressive aerodynamics. They're all in the same group, basically the elite section of the road collections. And then, as you can see, there is an exclusive series once you 100% max out the fully upgraded car. And in terms of PR wise, the racing dollar only upgrades, which is basically first tier upgrades across the board, should bring your PR up to 66.9 for the cost of some 482,400 racing dollars. And if you want to max out this car, it'll cost you 1,005 gold and 2,204,100 racing dollars. And it will take 2 full days plus 14 hours, I believe. So this was originally presented to us in a limited time series format. So I'll have the link to that playthrough playlist in the description box below if you guys want to check that out, how we won this car in the past, or how I won this car in the past in its initial introduction in the game. All right. Next contender, McLaren Senna. All right, lovely car. Base PR starts at 66.2, and as you can see, upon fully upgrading, it goes up to PR 84 even. And once again, 3-hour service time. And look at that. Apparently, I've been driving this car. $1,997 racing dollars is the service cost if you need to keep track of that. And then the cost of the car is a little bit higher than the Lambo. It does cost 850 gold. McLarens generally are premium cars in the game. They tend to run kind of higher than competitors. So this is the most expensive car in this group, by the way, even though it is not the car that can 100% complete this event or this series. So it's worth 850 gold, and since there is a showcase discount, you can get it for 680 gold if you want to take advantage of that offer. And the car is featured in another bonus series along with this one called Raw Performance, and once again you can find it in Elite section of the Road Collection. And obviously this one, Aggressive Aerodynamics. And then as you can see, there is also an exclusive series once you fully upgrade this car. Now, racing dollar upgrades alone will bring the PR up to 70.7. That's once again tier 1 upgrades across the board for the cost of 770,500 racing dollars. And full upgrading of this car, remember what I said about McLarens, they are premium. They charge you just that extra because for the namesake, right? 1,255 gold to max it out, and some 3,671,600 racing dollars, which will take 3 full days and 12 hours to upgrade. And this car we won it through a track day event a while ago, so I'll have the playthrough playlist of that one also in the description box below. So if you want to relive those moments, feel free to check them out. All right, and the final contender currently featured in limited time series, Brabham BT62. Base PR starts at 68.9, maxes out at 88.3, as you can see here. So it is the top dog. And the service cost, it's still going to be 3 hours. Cost is same as Senna, right? 1,997 racing dollars. Now, because this car does not bear the McLaren name, they don't charge you premium, even though this is a top dog. By that I mean it's actually cheaper than Senna. This one is worth 800 gold. And with a showcase discount, you can get it for 640. And unfortunately, this car is only featured in this bonus series, plus the exclusive series. So not as used, unfortunately. That's truly a shame because this car handles beautifully. Anyway, racing dollar upgrades alone, once again, tier 1 upgrades across the board, that's all you get, brings your PR up to 73.8 at the cost of 385,300 racing dollars. So even racing dollar cost is cheaper on this one. And if you want to max out the upgrades on this car, it'll cost you 1,040 gold. So compared to Senna, that sounds quaint, doesn't it? No, just kidding. It is not cheap. 1,040 gold. But at least you know they are comparable, right? They're all slightly above 1,000. Well, Senna is actually good 255 gold above 1,000. So that's what I mean. That car's just premium. You just have to pay extra for everything. Anyway, 1040 gold is the full upgrading cost of Brabham BT62. And racing dollar wise, it will cost you 1,836,700 racing dollars. And aside from the current limited time series that's running right now, this car was originally introduced to the game in a special event format called Brabham Royale. So I'll once again have the playthrough playlist of that event in the description box below. So if you guys, want to relive those moments, feel free to check it out. Anyway, this is of course the event 1 of this bonus series. We got head-to-head at the Brickyard single lap road course. All right, and then we got endurance at Laguna Seca, followed by the Cup at Dubai National. It's gonna be a 2-lap Cup. Tier 1, no PR requirement, right? Let's check out the Tier 2 now. We got elimination at Hockenheim Grand Prix. So it's a timed event, so you gotta survive for a duration of time, as always. And then we got Speed Snap at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit. So that one takes place right around the last bit of that circuit, the club circuit, that is, right? So, and then Cup is gonna be at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. PR 64.8 is required, which means unless you're racing Aventador SVJ, the other car's base PR is higher than the PR requirement here. So yeah, 2 laps for this Cup event to get through Tier 2. And Tier 3, all right, we got autocross at Spa, speed record at Monza Road Course, so that's a full lap. And then we got a Cup at Catalunya Club Circuit, very short circuit. PR 65.7 is required, and it's gonna take 6 laps, so that's gonna be a lot of circling around in tiny circuit. That's kind of fun, actually. PR 65.7 is required. So once again, Aventador SVJ is the only car that's gonna need some upgrades to get through Tier 3. And Tier 4, we got Hunter at Mount Panorama, drag race at Suzuka East. And I wonder if the drag race at Suzuka, whether East or Grand Prix circuit, because I think we have both. It's the same place. It's the main pit straight. I don't think there is any difference between the two. Yeah, we'll see. It seems like 2 of the same thing, right? Anyway, it's a drag race. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, Tier 4 Cup is going to be at Daytona Motorcycle Course. PR 66.5 is required. So this is the first place where even Senna is going to need at least an upgrade. And then the Brabham gets a free pass. And that's going to be a 3-lap Cup. All right. And that takes us to the first showcase tier, featuring Lamborghini SVJ. We got elimination at Silverstone Grand Prix and the Cup at Bugatti Circuit. Showcase tiers never have any PR requirement, so this is no exception. And it's going to be a 3-lap Cup. And if you don't own this car, when you unlock the showcase tier, which takes 2 trophies winning in Tier 4, not all 3, right? So just watch out for that, because it's gonna offer you showcase discount. I believe currently, I think showcase discount lasts 2 days. I think. I haven't had to take advantage of showcase discount in such a long time. I don't remember how long it takes nowadays, but I think it's currently 2 days. So just make sure, if you're planning on taking advantage of the showcase discount, be prepared that you have enough fund, or you have enough time to raise enough fund to purchase the car, right? But with that being said, remember this car is featured in a couple of other bonus series, so you will have other opportunities of taking advantage of the showcase discount if you miss out on this one. And then, of course, there is a time trial. This one is going to take place at Melbourne. All right, continuing on, Tier 7, we got Autocross. By the way, so as I said, Tier 6 is where you can claim the 25% completion reward. So that's why I said PR 66.5 is really what you're going to need to do that. Anyway, moving on. Tier 7, we got Autocross at Porsche Test Track Short On-Road Circuit, followed by Endurance at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. And then the Cup is going to take place at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. That's the only one that we got. And if you have a Samsung device, I have difficulty running Cup or really any events at Brands Hatch. So I don't know what it is. I have to hop on over to iPad and complete the event there, and then, yeah. So anyway, it's gonna be a 8-lap Cup with a PR requirement of 68.7. All right, so that means even Brabham is gonna need some upgrades. All right, Tier 8, we got a head-to-head at the Formula E Berlin circuit. It's going to be a single lapper. Yeah, so that's a pretty quick one. Followed by Speed Record at Circuit of the Americas. That's of a Grand Prix circuit. And then the Cup for Tier 8 is going to take place at Monza Road Course. PR 69.4 is required for this 3-lap Cup. All right, let's continue on. Tier 9. All right, what do we got? We got elimination at the 24-hour circuit, evening rendering, and autocross at Dubai International Circuit. And the Cup is going to be at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. PR 70.1 is required for this 7-lap Cup. Boy, a lot of short, high lap count races here. Those are fun, I gotta say. Those are great when you have an overtake challenge, team challenge, right? Which team challenges are currently on hiatus thanks to hackers. All right, Tier 10, we got Speed Snap at Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit, and Endurance at Hockenheim Short, followed by the Cup at Catalunya Grand Prix. PR 70.9 is required for this 3-lap Cup. All right, and that gets us to the second showcase featuring, this time, McLaren Senna. All right, we got a drag race, which is unfortunate, featuring this car. It's going to take place at the Brickyard Road Course, and the Cup for Senna showcase is going to take place rightfully at Silverstone, the international circuit. 5 laps. And the time trial is going to be at Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. All right. Continue on. And by the way, Tier 11, right, is where you get to claim the 50% completion. That's why I said the Tier 10 PR requirement as the PR requirement, 70.9. But you probably, if you complete the Lamborghini SVJ showcase and done the time trial, you will have unlocked like further down in the series. So you are at that point, you're able to start skipping some of these Cup races. So that means your PR requirement might be lower, like 70.1 possibly. But that gets complicated, so I'm just going to give you just cut and dry. So maybe I should say PR 70.9 or under by a few, just to give and take a point or so. Anyway, let's continue on. Tier 13, we got Hunter at Suzuka West, a full lap, right? and then followed by a head-to-head at Daytona Motorcycle Course, single lap, and Daytona, because it's at Daytona, it's going to be a rolling start, kind of a unique feature there. And then Cup is going to be at Mount Panorama, PR 70.9 again. All right, for this 3-lap Cup. All right, continuing on, we got Tier 14, Speed Snap at Spa, Autocross at Laguna Seca, so both events are pretty short, and followed by a Cup at Monza Junior Course, another short circuit, PR 73.9 required for the 7-lap Cup. Boy, they're really pushing the handling. I mean, all 3 cars handle beautifully, and they're really showcasing that in this series. At least that's what I'm noticing. Tier 15, we got elimination at Dubai Oval Circuit. That's possibly the shortest circuit in the game, I think. It's either going to be between that or the Richmond, but I think Oval Circuit is slightly shorter. But because it's not banked like Richmond, you're not going to be able to go as fast. But anyway, endurance at Silverstone National Circuit is another one we got here in Tier 15. And the Cup is going to be at Nürburgring Mühlenbachschleife, the shortest, the technical circuit, PR 75.7 required for this 8-lap Cup. So yeah, there is definitely a theme here. Let's continue on to Tier 16. All right. And we got a head-to-head at Catalunya National, and followed by Speed Snap at Suzuka Grand Prix. And the Cup is going to take place at the Dynamics circuit of Porsche Test Track with a PR 77.5 required, 6-lapper. So once again, that is the very technical, narrow, curvy circuit, right? And since your 75% completion is achievable here, PR requirement for achieving 75% completion is going to be 77.5 or under, possibly 75.7 maybe. Anyway, Tier 17 is the last showcase tier, featuring this time Brabham BT62. We got speed record at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix and the Cup at Hockenheim National, and it's going to be a 5-lap Cup. And time trial for BT62 is going to be at Mount Panorama. Nice. Continuing on, Tier 19, we got Autocross as Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, followed by Hunter at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, and the Cup is going to be at Spa. PR 77.5 is required for this 4-lap Cup, so now that is beginning to open up wide, right? You get to really push the top end of the speedometer on all these cars now at a circuit like Spa. Because up to this point, I feel like we've had a lot of technical short circuits that you just go round and round. All right, so anyway, Tier 20. This is about the point where PR requirement is going to start dropping off some cars, right? We're reaching the end of the series, and it is the case here. So Tier 20, we got elimination at Melbourne, speed snap at the Berlin circuit, and the Cup at Dubai Grand Prix. PR 82.2 required, which means goodbye Aventador. It's been nice knowing you, but even maxed out, unable to meet the PR requirement for this 5-lap Cup. So at least until you win gold trophy, then you can race any car. The PR requirement basically goes away. But in order to do that, you'll have to use either Senna or BT62. All right. And then Tier 21, it's going to drop off yet another car. We got endurance at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, Autocross at the Brickyard Road Course and the Cup at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix Circuit. PR 85 required, which means Brabham BT62 is the only car that can meet the requirement, as McLaren Senna taps out at 84, even with such high upgrading cost. Right, and it is going to be a 6-lap cup. All right, and then that takes us to the final tier, where we got head-to-head at Monza Road Course, a single lap, followed by elimination at Daytona Road Course, rolling start, and then the final cup at the Le Mans 24-hour circuit. PR 87.5 is required, which Brabham BT62 can only meet. And even this car, you're gonna need almost fully maxed out to meet that PR requirement. Only thing that you don't need is gonna be the last drivetrain upgrade. So that's gonna cost you, oh goodness, 800, almost 900 gold is what it's gonna cost you in order to 100% complete this bonus series. But once you do that, you got a nice long 3 laps at Le Mans 24-hour circuit. So anyway, that will do it for this bonus series overview. And yes, upon 100% completing, you get to pick up 32 additional gold and 32,000 racing dollars. So all right, so there you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.